Have you experienced the awesome power of the Panasonic Real 3DO system? Obviously.
Presenting 3DO, the most advanced home gaming system in the universe. It's time to put away your toys.
3DO from Panasonic, Gold Star, and Creative Labs. A new low price and free games.
Mind-blowing graphics of Panasonic Real 3DO.
3DO.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the 3DO Experience, the 3DO Retrospective Podcast, where we talk about all things 3DO, the company, the console, and everything in between. I am Bill, and this is Threk. How you doing, Threk?
I'm all right, Bill. I'm a little tired. How are you? Don't say it. I said it.
I am very hot because it is like 90 out right now. It's about usual.
Well, it's about upper 80s here. It got hot about like a day ago. So, but it's going to drop back down again because, storms and all that stuff. So,
yeah.
But it's nice to live in air conditioning for a little bit.
Nice. We have a guest on for this episode. We got a returning guest. Casey's back. How you doing, Casey?
Hey, guys. Thanks for having me back again. I'm ready to turn and burn. I don't know about you guys.
Well, you're used to it, man.
Yeah, it's hot and heck out here. It's almost to the hundreds already.
Oh.
Yeah.
Thank you.
New England's fun because we can go from that to like 30 just a day, and it's like okay.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's like 88 now, and then like in 2 days it's gonna be like in the mid 60s again.
Yeah, I don't even know.
I'll take that over what I got.
That's
Come on over.
It's just hot. Always hot.
Yeah.
My next 3 days are all in the 90s, and that drops down to like the 60s. So
yeah.
Oh my.
New England.
Probably a preview of the summer. It's just going to be 90 degrees every day for like 4 months.
As long as it doesn't rain every day, because last year it rained like every freaking weekend, and it was miserable. But
it is what it is, man.
That is me once again talking about the weather to start a podcast.
Of course.
Because, God, we're getting old.
I mean, we got to open with something, right? So
fair.
But we have Casey here because we're talking about another FMV game. He's our FMV specialist. So, but before we get into that, we'll get into. There's not a huge amount of news, so hopefully it'll be quick. I did cave. I bought the early access of Forza Horizon 6. I said I wasn't going to. I did it anyways, and it's amazing. I'm already like 10, 12 hours in. I am having a blast. It is so good. It's like I loved 5. A lot of people don't like 5, and I see the reasons why, and it'll always have a special place in my heart for introducing me to the series and making me a fan. But yeah, 6 is so much better. Like the map is so much more. There's much more variety through like the urban environments, the snowy Alps, where you can see like Mount Fuji, and then I can drift in a K truck through rice paddies. It's great. It's phenomenal. I highly like when it officially comes out. By the time you're probably listening to this, I'll race. Open invitation. Anyone wants to race with me in Forza, just let me know. So, and apparently it's doing very well. Like it's peaked at like almost 200,000 players on Steam. And this is in the early access to where on Steam, you have to pay $120 to play it early.
Cool.
So, yeah. And then, of course, with however many people bought it, say, on Xbox, the full 120, or like me, just paid the $60 upgrade because of Game Pass. So it's much higher than that. So it's been doing really well. It's got a 92 on Metacritic. So, I'll be curious to see where this sits in the Game of the Year talk at the end of the year. Just because there's so much stuff coming out that I don't think Forza will get lost in the shuffle, but I'll be curious, like personally, where it'll be at the end of the year. I'll still be playing this game in December. I already know I will be. So we'll see. So, Bill, I know you're talking about maybe getting Forza in the future.
That's the plan when it comes out on PC, most likely.
Yeah, we'll drive around. Casey, are you a Forza fan at all?
Yeah, so Forza 5 is pretty much on my TV nonstop. My kids have a little simulator that they actually crafted themselves.
Oh
and
wow.
they play the
Nice.
heck out of that game, and then the Crew. So
Okay.
they're back
I've
and
never
forth
played The
between those
Crew.
two. It's pretty cool. It doesn't look as good as anything
No.
Forza, but yeah,
True.
we'll definitely be getting 6 in this
Oh, yeah.
household.
When you
Nice.
get it, let me know. We'll do some
Yeah.
drifting or whatever.
Heck
So,
yeah! What's your
Oh, yeah.
favorite car in the game so far?
the K truck.
The K truck. Yeah, that's the
I
coolest
got it.
one.
Well, I got it right away. I bumped the performance class of it. You can max it out at A, so I
Okay.
got it to A. I painted it a deep purple because that's my
Nice.
favorite color.
Awesome.
And then I put a little bongo cat on the back of the trailer. So
Sweet.
yeah,
Very cool.
So you'll see if I'm driving that around, you'll know that's me.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah. We'll see you out there.
Oh, for sure. Let's see, what else do we have here? Oh, Nintendo dropped an NSO update, but like a half decent one. They put in 5 Virtual Boy games. So I think we have do we have over half the Virtual Boy lineup now?
We have what matters. Like,
Not every what matters though. There's still a couple missing.
true. We have Jack
There's a
Brothers.
few.
That's what people.
Yeah.
More
Well,
than
Jack
anything.
Brothers. Yeah, Jack Brothers is like the big one. But we also got V Tetris, which is just standard Tetris. I
It's
believe
just
that was
Tetris.
Japan only.
Yep.
We got Vertical Force, which is actually a pretty cool game, I think. The Space Invaders Virtual Collection, which is
That
just
one was
Space
cool.
Invaders 1 and 2. They have like 2D modes, but they also have like a pseudo 3D mode where the enemies, instead of being flat, they're just kind of diagonally in the back, kind of a thing. So it's more of almost like a POV type thing, which is pretty neat. I did mess around with it. I think the 3D was done very well on that one. And then we also got Virtual Bowling.
Which is not nearly as cool as Nestor's Funky Bowling.
It's not
So
funky, so who gives a shit?
you
But I
like
guess
got-
also
got higher reviews for some reason.
yeah, and I guess Japan only got also virtual fishing. Why didn't we get virtual fishing? They're putting Japanese shit on the North American one. Why not?
We fish here in the States a lot.
Yeah, it's crazy here, but yeah, it was like a big one. Everything's out already, so you can go play all that stuff now. And yeah, according to VGC, it says the only Virtual Boy games that haven't been confirmed as coming to the service, I guess these are the ones that are missing, are Nestor's Funky Bowling, Panic Bomber, SD Gundam Dimension War, Space Squash, Virtual Fighting, Virtual Lab, Virtual League Baseball, and Waterworld. So there's only 8 games left, and we'll
And a
probably
bunch of
get.
those have licensing problems, which is probably the reason.
I mean, I can only think of the 2, Gundam
Well-
and Waterworld.
Waterworld, yeah.
Panic Bomber, they'd have to work with Konami.
It's just Bomberman. Konami don't give a shit about Bomberman.
Yeah, but Konami can be weird sometimes.
True,
what
but
was the other one?
I think, but I Nintendo has a decent relationship with Konami. I think.
Nestor's Funky, I wonder if that's got something to do with whoever owns the rights to the Nintendo Power
Well, wouldn't
magazine.
Nintendo own Nestor because it was a
You-
character created for the magazine?
You'd think, but like stuff like that is weird. I'd have to look into the details on that because I'm not exactly sure.
Because they
That's my
never.
old theory.
Because when they did the like, oh, here are the other games coming. I don't think that was in there.
Yeah.
So-
I'm not sure on that. I'd have to honestly look because that's my only reason I could think why they'd go with that version of bowling rather than the Nestor one. Is there might be the creator of Nestor might just own the rights for some reason.
Well, isn't Virtual Bowling? Isn't that the Japanese only one?
Yep.
Okay.
It's basically the same game, but it's
yeah,
but
but
it
it's
was
not
made by-
funky.
yeah, it's bowling on Virtual Boy. That's really all you can say.
That's
It's
true.
red.
That's true.
It's very red.
Yeah. Well, what do you think, Casey? Do you have the Virtual Boy NSO stuff?
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. I don't have the hardware yet though. One of my coworkers is actually going to sell me his because he just got sick of it in like 5 minutes. So I was like, yeah, I'll just wait for
Is
that.
it is
buy
it
at
the
a
real
discount.
one or like the fake ass cardboard one?
No, it's the real one. Yeah. Yeah, it's
Okay,
the
I
real
have
one.
the fake ass cardboard one
Oh, I
because
would like to buy
I
that
didn't
as
want
well.
to. Well, I didn't want to spend $100 on it. I was like, this is like 25. I was like, yeah, sure, it does the job.
yeah. My cardboard Labo sits at my desk at work.
Nice.
But this one you don't have to set up because it also has like foam and plastic and like the special like lenses to
Yeah.
mimic Virtual Boy
Very
stuff. So it's already
skeptical.
it's pre-built when you get it, which is actually really nice. So
That's awesome. No, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be getting the hardware soon, but I've already got all the stuff downloaded. I just can't open it. It's like it tells you to put it into the
I mean,
device.
you can open it without it.
But you don't
Just take
want
the
to.
console out of the dock and just put it up real
It's-
close to my eyes and just like,
Well, because it basically gives you just like 2 circles for the screen.
yeah.
Because I was curious to what it looked like, and yeah.
Yeah,
It
left
is.
eye, right eye thing. I'll just put like 3 of my contacts into like my right eye and see what happens.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love that stuff, man. I had the real Virtual Boy back in the day, and it used to sit on our kitchen table and just give us headaches, and I still loved it. I still played the heck out of it.
There's like no comfortable way to play that damn thing, I swear.
Yeah, there wasn't. We were like sitting like,
Yeah, I think to use mine, I have to like sit on the floor and put it on like a coffee table because that's like the only proper height where I'm
Yeah.
not like hunched over and uncomfortable.
it's got like a
Yeah.
math and an English book and science book and
Just
Raise it up
stack
a little
them
bit.
up. Oh, the Virtual Boy is lovely. Like that is.
Yeah,
such
I mean, even the cardboard one is still kind of a pain because it's just because you have to hold the Switch like this and then just kind of shove it up into your face. Like if I'm leaning back in the chair, it's okay, but that's really like the only way to do it kind of comfortably. And even then, after like an hour, I'm like, I need a break.
See, I always think of like there was that famous ad of like the guy sitting out in the field with it just lying on his face. I'm like, who was playing it like that? Like,
I may have tried that.
I think I tried it once too, not in the field, but laying on the floor. And I'm like, how did they do this? Like, this
Yeah.
is
Just be glad nobody's intrusive thoughts won seeing you laying there with a Virtual Boy
Yeah.
out in public.
Yeah.
Well, I live alone, so no one.
Well, I'm
judges
saying
what I
out
do
in
my house.
public. You don't live in public.
I don't take the Virtual Boy out of my house. That thing stays in the game room where it belongs.
They think you're weird enough. Don't make it worse.
Oh, I'm definitely taking it to work.
Sure. Why not?
Just let people
See,
try.
I have it on like a pedestal now in my game room so people can see it and be like, what is that? And I'm
Yeah.
like, do I have an experience for you?
Yeah, you got to put that next to your Rob, and you've got some conversation pieces there.
I don't have a Rob.
I want a Rob so bad.
I'm shocked you don't have a Rob.
They're just expensive and like to get the stuff to play it.
Yeah, they've always been kind of pricey, haven't they?
Ever since the YouTube basically made people aware
The-
that Smash Brothers.
Yeah, because I wasn't aware of Rob until like all the YouTube stuff hit.
Mm,
So
Yeah. But
Let-
what other news we got?
let's see. Again, this is me scraping. Apparently, Lego 2K Drive is getting delisted.
I don't know what that is. So
Well,
that's
well, basically, it's like Lego Forza Lite. It's the best way I can describe it.
oh,
so
this
it-
game, yeah.
Yeah, it's an open world racing game, and Lego 2K made it. It reminds me of Forza, but like Forza for like a 10-year-old or something like that. And it's a perfectly fine game. It's very arcadey. It's fun. But I guess apparently they're shutting down all the online services stuff and delisting the game by the 19th of May 2026. So it's probably delisted by the time y'all are listening to this. But out of curiosity, I looked on the store. It was $20. I was like, I'll just grab it because it has some offline stuff too, so it'll probably still be playable. At least I hope it'll be because it's fine. It's almost like predatory with all the microtransactions it
Oh
had.
God.
That was a complaint people had at the time. Though when I was playing it, you don't need any of that stuff. You can just drive around and be fine. It is kind of shocking how they just shove that stuff in your face, and it's like this is a game meant for kids,
Yeah.
like younger kids, and they're just seeing this stuff.
See,
know?
I was gonna make the comment that probably delisting it because it was probably getting destroyed by Roblox, where you can just do basically the same thing. And then you mentioned the predatory stuff, and I'm like, oh, perfect, exactly the same.
Though honestly, I don't think any Roblox racing game would feel as good as any of these things, though.
No, see, when I think Roblox like racing, I think of the people that just do car crash simulators, and I'm just like, oh,
Yeah.
lovely.
Or the official Sonic speed simulator-y thing, which is way better than has any right to be.
See, anytime I look up Roblox, like I'll take a 5-second look at it, and I'll just go, "That's enough internet for today." Just put it-
That sounds about right, yeah. I went and bought it because I was like, it's all right. Why not? So
Nice.
You know, we'll see. Physical copies of it will probably go up in price. So there you go.
As they do.
Yeah. So that Steam controller thing came out. People seem to be liking it.
Yeah.
But people discovered a cool little Easter egg in the thing, and that is if you drop it, it makes the Wilhelm scream.
What?
Okay. Sure.
Yeah, like people were posting like videos of it online. You know, it does the whole thing, and there's no like speaker in the controller at all. It's just the vibration makes the sound, which I mean makes sense. That's how sound works. But
Yeah.
you know, I just thought that was a cool little thing. I'm like, that's cool. I'm not paying $100 for this thing.
Yeah,
But
I
that's
wouldn't.
cool.
I wouldn't buy it, but I will admit that would be really funny. Like,
Buy it just to drop it once and never again.
well, no, I was gonna say like a late night gaming session for me where I end up inevitably falling asleep while playing. Just imagine like you're falling asleep and then you just get woken up by that. like, that would be funny. Like that would legitimately be kind of funny.
That would be funny. Yeah. So, I mean, that thing's been sold out like crazy. I think there are eBay listings of like in the thousands of dollars, but I think Valve is counteracting that by having like it's like a queue or something. Like you can order it, and then they add you to the list of like we're making them, so we'll just increase our production order, and then I guess while you're waiting, they give you a voucher for like just a free game while you wait, which is nice of them.
That's cool.
Look at Valve being nice, huh? Good for them.
They like their customers.
They do. Speaking of not liking their customers, PlayStation Plus is announcing today that it's going up in price. So it's PlayStation. The Essential is now $10.99. Was it originally $9.99?
Something like that.
Yeah, so it's going up. Yeah, so it's going up a little bit. The 1 and 3 month subscriptions are all going up. So it's about like $1 for a month, $3 for 3 months, kind of thing. Not a crazy price in the grand scheme of things, but it says to me that like Sony knows they have everybody by the balls, so they're like, yeah, we can just do this. Who fucking cares? Because on the flip side, you had Microsoft dropping Game Pass Ultimate, down in price, which was a good thing, and then seeing Sony being like, nah, we're gonna raise our prices. So
and then you know for a fact that now Nintendo's gonna be like, oh well, Sony did it, so just gonna raise that in the background.
Even though the NSO is the cheapest of the three,
Yeah.
for what it has and what it offers,
But that's the thing. Nintendo always gets the pass, so like they'll be like, "Oh,
Yeah.
the heat's on Sony. Let's just raise this in the background while no one notices."
Just a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I'm honestly shocked the NSO expansion hasn't gone up like $10.
Yeah.
I mean, it's only $50 a year, so it's like that's really not that bad. So going up to $60, most people be like, yeah, whatever, I guess. If it increased the output of games, that would be nice, but it probably won't. So that's kind of the issue I would have. But and with this increase in PlayStation Plus, I don't think they're changing anything about it. Like I don't think it's really going to affect it in any way. But it's just one of those things where it's like that's dumb.
It's just like every streaming service going up in price. It's just a thing that happens now, and it sucks. But what are you gonna do?
Yep.
Exactly. Are you are both of you subscribed to PS Plus?
Oh no, not PS Plus. NSO. I've got the family plan.
I do have NSO. I got I have PS Plus just to play online, which I don't do frequently, so I should really reconsider that.
Yeah.
We played Helldivers once and then never again.
I mean, we could play it again. It's just, organized and everybody's a pain in the ass.
We've been doing good lately, so.
Well, yeah, but that's like just dicking around on NSO.
True.
Yeah, I hate Mario Party, and then they win Mario Party. It was fun. So, and then so our last bit of news. Okay, so this was like a weird request from our good pal Schnickerman.
Oh, this
in
story.
the 3DO chat in Discord, he wanted us he wanted me to add this to the news story, so I humored him, and I did. So yeah, this is from a Kotaku article where there's I don't know if any of you guys know this, but there's this game called Poop Slinger.
Oh, I know about Poop Slinger.
And it's a game where it's very self-explanatory.
It's exactly what it sounds like.
Oh boy!
And it was really but it's worth like $1,000 because it was a very limited physical run. I think it was only like 50 copies or some crazy small number by a company called Limited Rare Games. And they did the little the 50 or whatever they sold them, and that's why they're a crazy high price. Well, apparently the other day, a bunch of retro game stores were getting mystery packages, and they were just like copies, fresh sealed copies of the game.
Oh.
Like six, like boxes of like 6+ in there, and they were all posting videos of like some people being like, I don't know what the hell this game is. Do you know what this is? You know, joking about it. And then they go online. They're like, oh, this game's like $1,000 a piece. Like, what the fuck is going on? And it's just created a lot of confusion where everyone's like, what the hell's going on? I think what it is, from what I know, if you're printing a physical copy of a PlayStation game, Sony's minimum is 1,000, I believe. And so my guess is he probably printed 1,000. Whoever this limited rare guy is, it's got to be just some weird shit poster who has connections or something. But he probably printed 1,000, and then sold the 50 or whatever, and then who knows what he did with the other like 950 or whatever, and then somebody found him in a warehouse in Virginia and is just sending them out. Again, it just feels like a whole shit post, because in this Kotaku article they actually link to one of Schnickerman's videos, which kind of shocked the hell out of him, because there's a bit where it says through Limited Rare's own erratic antics, and that is a hyperlink to Schnickerman's very in-depth video about the history of Limited Rare games, and honestly, it's very well done. It's like a 40+ minute thing. Like, he deep dives into it. So shout out to Schnick for really going in on the thing, and I learned quite a bit watching the video as well. So. Yeah, it's just a weird thing. Another thing in the line of this company, because I guess in response to this, they posted a video response that is just like this guy on Cameo called Hard Rock Nick. It's like the Costco guy or something. I don't know all the details, but like it just, to me, it feels like whoever did this, like this whole Limited Rare thing, is like somebody taking the piss out of like game collecting, trying to turn it into a complete joke. And the people bought it hook, line, and sinker.
Wow.
When the satire is so good that you forget it's satire,
This feels like some sort of like, when I heard about this, I was like, this feels like it's either like one of the most elaborate social experiments I've seen in game collecting recently, or this is like one of the longest con like troll jobs I've ever seen.
I think it's both.
Honestly, yeah.
Because Schnick tried to do like, oh, is it like Limited Run doing this like weirdly on the side? I don't think so. Again, I don't think Limited Run are that clever. I mean, could it be a guy within the company doing it? Maybe. That's possible. Or somebody like connected to these other like limited physical game companies that do all this stuff. It's very possible, Honestly, I would love some dude who worked at like Sony just being a shithead. That'd also be kind of amazing. But
that would be cool.
Who knows? Maybe it's Reggie. It's got to be Reggie. He needs something to do, right?
This was Doug Bowser's modus operandi the entire time.
That's why they never put games out on Switch. People would have found out.
Yeah.
Like, all their limited stuff has been, I think, PS4 only. Like, nothing else. So, and I even went to their website. They're like, I have another game. It's like called Christmas Pickle or something. I don't know. Yeah,
it's
very strange
company.
I do appreciate the like fuck you-ness about the whole thing. I do like that. I appreciate taking the piss.
Like when I saw that, because I remember when that game initially came out, because I had a few friends in the collecting scene that got copies, and I'm just like, you guys are crazy, but just go for it.
Yeah, like it feels like it was a joke on them, and they didn't get the joke.
Because they were like, you got to get in on this. I'm like, no, I don't. Like, I really don't. I want to own good games. Money. I don't want to pay money for Poop Slinger.
Yeah, I've seen footage of it. It's whatever.
It's exactly what it sounds like.
Yeah, who gives a shit?
It's probably on Roblox.
Probably.
I'd rather play Roblox.
There is probably a Roblox version of it at this
I bet there is.
Oh, absolutely. There's a Roblox version of everything. It's insane,
I'm sure somebody made it in Dreams. Back when Dreams was still a thing.
I mean, Dreams is full of people slinging their poop around, and calling it levels.
I laughed.
Sorry, I haven't heard a lot of good things about people making Dreams levels. I'll just leave it at that.
The thing about Dreams is it's an amazing program that when given to the public, was like, yeah, this is exactly what I expected to happen.
Yeah, yeah. It's basically like if you gave people like Unreal and said, "Go for it," you know, they're not gonna know what the fuck to do with that.
I was like, damn, Media Molecule, you didn't need to go so hard and expect good to come from the community.
Nintendo had it right with Mario Maker, but even then, like 90% of Mario Maker levels are fucking trash too.
Or they're automated. Or they're just automated.
One in the same, Bill. One in the same. I hate the auto levels. I'm like, why am I doing this?
I know. They're either that or Mario frustration.
Yeah, at least those are like really well designed.
Yeah.
You know, and are meant for like the crazy expert players. But yeah, I don't care. I'll just play Mario 3 till I die. But anyways, that's the news. That's really it.
We did get some. We got some Nintendo music. I think it came out like a couple days after we had recorded last week. But
it's not more Star Fox, is it?
No. It's a game.
It's Yoshi.
Yep, both Game Boy and NES. So,
wow, really feeding us well, huh?
Hey, it's better than getting a singular track from Mario Galaxy a few weeks ago. That one is still the funniest one.
That's true. That's true. I mean, yeah, that Yoshi puzzle game, it's okay. It's fine. Yeah.
It reminds me of like Wario's Woods, where it was like this random like puzzler that they just put out and then everyone forgot about it.
Yeah, because it was kind of that. It felt like the early '90s was like a explosion of puzzle games due to probably the stratospheric rise of Tetris. So everyone was like, "We got to get in on this," and so everybody was trying to do some kind of puzzle game. You know.
Yep.
Yeah.
Some were better than others.
They certainly were.
Yeah.
We all had our favorites. So.
Is it weird I like Hatris? Is it weird?
No. I mean, I like Clax, and that's literally just blocks coming down a conveyor belt.
Yeah.
What's your weird puzzle game, Casey?
Game Gear version of columns.
That's a good game.
Regular or super columns?
Regular.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
But that's a really good version of columns, though.
Yeah, that was a pack-in game, so I played that probably for about a year straight.
You can get sucked into that game for hours because
the music is good.
The music is really good on that one.
Yeah, yeah.
Casey,
I don't know. Casey, I don't know if you know this, but I've been collecting the entire Game Gear library.
Yeah, no, I've been.
Yeah. So I have both columns. In fact, columns. The first one was like the first Game Gear game I got.
Yeah.
So yeah. So good. Yeah, I'm at like 65% of the library now.
Do you have the X-Men game?
I have all three.
That was a terrible game.
They get better though. Each game gets a little better.
Yeah. That's kind of true of the Genesis version too, right? Was it the Clone Wars?
The X-Men 2 Clone Wars. Yeah, that game's
was
really good.
Better than the original.
Oh yeah. X-Men games have that weird thing of like when they're good, they're, really good, but they also can be really bad.
Yeah.
I always remember that really awful one that Silicon Knights made like way later on that they ended up getting sued for. It was part of their big lawsuit.
Oh, really?
What the hell game was that?
X-Men Destiny, I think it was called. It was all part of
that. Oh, was it that like weird like action RPG thing?
I think so. All I remember is it was the game that they claimed Unreal. They got the broken version of Unreal from.
Oh yeah, because it was after 2 Human.
Yeah.
2 Human had all that controversy as well.
Yeah, because that's why you can't technically find 2 Human or X-Men Destiny like new in stores because it's technically not allowed to be sold anymore.
2 Human, you can buy it for free on the Xbox store.
Okay, that's actually an interesting way they go around that. I found it for $1 at a bargain bin at a retro store.
Nice.
Yeah, when I found that out, I claimed it on here immediately. I'm like, I might as well just grab it.
And then you played it and you just go.
I haven't played it.
You can tell it started development on the PlayStation.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I can see that anyways, but Silicon Knights, what a weird studio.
They were a one-hit wonder, honestly.
Like 2 good games to their credit. Maybe 3?
Yeah, 2 good games and a remake.
Yeah, that's true.
Because they technically made the first Legacy of Kain before Crystal Dynamics said, "This is ours now," and then just continued
Kind
on.
of the same with Tomb Raider, wasn't it? They just kind of like, this is our franchise now.
Well, that wasn't they didn't steal it from Core. That was more Eidos was like, "We don't trust you anymore. We're giving it to them."
Eidos stole it from Core and gave it to Crystal.
Eidos was like,
they Robin Hooded it.
They were basically, "We don't trust you anymore, so we're just going to give this to them."
And they were right.
Yeah, because Core's last game was not good.
Dude, Hurdy-Gurdy's a banger. What are you talking about?
No, their last Tomb Raider.
Oh, Angel of Darkness. Yeah. I've heard that remastered version of it is an improvement.
It's an improvement of a game that's still inherently flawed, though.
Yeah, but give them credit for trying.
It's like if they fixed Sonic 06's controls, it would still be an inherently flawed game.
I mean, I think if they fixed Sonic 06's controls and got rid of all the bugs, it would be like a 6 out of 10.
Well, the bugs make it fun, to be honest, so it'd be less fun.
You're a fucking freak.
What? I love kicking rocks and getting flung to the stratosphere for no reason.
I know you
That's
do. You're fucking hell, whatever. Anyways, yeah, that's everything. And yeah, Eternal Darkness, it's a great game. Okay, now let's move on to our main event, our main course. You know, 1 million pounds of tube steak. That's right, folks. We were talking about Sewer Shark, the interactive movie rail shooter game developed by Digital Pictures and originally published by Sony ImageSoft for the Sega CD. That's probably where most people know it is. In the Sega CD in like late '92, I believe it was a pack-in for the CD, wasn't it?
It was a pack-in
Model
for the
2.
Model 2. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, and then it got a 3DO port in 1994, which is the same game, but the UI is a little bit different. The video is enlarged and a lot cleaner. But in a sense, it is still the same game. An infamous game, I think. When people think of like Digital Pictures, they think of Night Trap and Sewer Shark usually.
Is this
But
the first Digital Pictures games we've done for the show?
I was trying to think, did we do Night Trap already?
No, we have not done Night Trap yet. We've been saving that one.
Then this has to be our first one.
Because I was gonna say, when I was thinking about this now, I was like looking into it a little bit. Like, apparently this game was originally in development for a system called the Control Vision that never came out.
Yeah.
So the Control Vision was like this weird VHS type thing that Tom Zito was making, and he was like pitching it to like Bill Gates and like Hasbro and all these other companies, and then he got fired from the job he was working on because of this. But then Hasbro brought him on to keep working on it, and yeah, it was this weird system that was trying to like bridge the gap between like VHSs and video games, you know, trying to bridge the gap between mediums. Gee, where does that sound familiar? But this thing never really got off the ground due to the technology of the time just not really being there, Hasbro not really being a video game company, and so I think the investment was just too much for them. You know, and again, it was very ambitious. They had a lot of different games they wanted to do, like these like a non-linear haunted house kind of game, and they had some really neat ideas, but I just think they were ahead of their time with what they were trying to do. But yeah, like also, Night Trap, Sewer Shark, and I think there was another game that they were
Police
making.
Academy.
Yeah, Police Academy were made for this, but then it kind of got scrapped. But then when the Sega CD came around, I think Zito saw that and was like, "Oh, let's pitch this to Sega to have them kind of rework and finish these games pretty much," which is what happened.
It's kind of interesting because there was actually VHS-based game consoles that did release. Like there was the Action Max, famously, created by the same guy that made the Teddy Ruxpin.
Oh,
Interesting fact.
What a legend!
And that thing is weird because like the games in the VHS tapes, they don't actually even like connect. Like basically the way that thing worked was you would you put the VHS tape in a VCR, and then you just stick this like sensor on your TV, and they were all light gun shooters, and they just kind of like you'd basically watch a movie and then just shoot at it, and the thing would keep score. It's kind of, I think, the reason why they gave up on doing VHS video game consoles, because I just don't think it was ever going to work for what they were trying to do.
It's hard to make an interactive medium on something like a VHS tape.
Well,
Like I
'cause
know
it has
there
a
were. Well, I know
start
there
and
were.
end point.
Yeah, like, and I know there were video games that were made on cassette tape, which some people may not know, but like the Commodore 64 and some of those old PCs had cassette decks, and they had made games for the cassette tapes. I don't know how the hell that worked, but I don't care to know. So, but VHS, I guess, isn't as malleable because I think with cassette tapes there is a way to put like digital information onto them, right? But VHS is purely analog, so it's tough to like create that manipulation of the player onto the screen for a game like this, right? But when we get the Sega CD, it's like, oh, perfect, CD-ROM, let's do it, which is what everybody was doing back then.
It's kind of funny. This game gets a lot of negative press, like from like gaming people, mostly for the AVGN review. Like that's kind of where most people get there.
I mean, that's where I first learned of Sewer Shark was AVGN saying, I just have 2 words to say, shit shark.
He doesn't even cover it. He just shows like 2 seconds of it and just moves on. And I'm like, that's everybody's opinion that has never touched it right there.
But also, around the same time, a little bit later, Spoony did a whole in-depth review of it in his Sub FMV Hell series. I actually rewatched that video for this just to see. And it was like, man, it's not one of his videos that like hasn't aged well. Like it's actually fairly okay. But I think some of his complaints are valid, which we can get into. Because I've seen other people try to like defend this game and be like, no, it's like good actually, or it's not really that bad.
So the thing,
and then playing it for this, but playing it for this, there are things I like about it, and I think the concept is there. But it's kind of my issue with digital pictures in general. Like the concept is there. I love the kind of cheesiness of it, being intentional or not. I think it's not intentional.
the
production,
not at all.
Yeah, like the production value is there for what they're trying to do, and it's like I see what they're trying to do, but I just think the execution is not the best. Like Sewer Shark to me is just a little bit off from being actually a potential hidden gem. I just think it just falters for me. There was one Digital Pictures game I really, really like. It isn't this one, but I don't like hate this one. Like if anything, I would say it's better than like Corpse Killer.
Yeah,
Corpse Killer is just a real shooter that's boring,
and it's not even very good. Like we'll do a Corpse Killer came on 3DO, so we'll do a full review of that game. But I have issues with that one. And Sewer Shark fixes some of those problems, but introduces new ones.
What's funny about Sewer Shark is when you look at all of the Digital Pictures games that came out around this point, this is arguably the best one in terms of just what it tries to accomplish. But what's funny is,
honestly, I think Night Trap's a better game.
That's fair. Night Trap's definitely more interesting, but it's also harder to play.
I think Night Trap's a better story.
Yes.
Yes.
And Night Trap has the, like, for lack of a better term, legacy behind it. Because when people think of Digital Pictures, they think of Night Trap because of all of the hubbub that was around it. It was just a wolf in sheep's clothing, really. Yeah. But Sewer Shark is always kind of like right next to it. I think because it was used as like advertising for the Sega CD, and for a lot of people, they view it as emblematic of this era of FMV games, where they were just trying to shove all of this stuff into video games, but without really understanding why we're doing this and how it like improves the experience. Because I think a lot of people went into FMV gaming thinking, oh, this is like the new thing. Like we can have real people doing stuff. And it's like, true, but you lose the thing that makes gaming great. And that's like the interactivity. It's there, but it's not as much there as like, just a standard like game of the time, like a Sonic or something like that. So you do lose that for the sake of this more cinematic experience. And I think in this era, they just didn't really get that to where they wanted it to be. Like FMV games have made a comeback, and there are a lot of really, really good ones, like modern ones. And I think they've learned a lot of lessons from those old games, but at the same time, I don't think Sewer Shark is like, belongs in the sewers. I don't think it's like terrible, but it just has some issues. But Casey, please, what do you guys say about Sewer Shark?
No, I probably would be the person defending it. I think, in an era we're looking at games like like Dark Souls and like games that just beat the heck out of you. most of the gripes and complaints that I hear or have watched on YouTube about this game is that it's hard. It's very unforgiving. It's very punishing. You make one mistake. I mean, I've been playing this game for the last week. It's funny when Bill reached out, I was actually playing this game and showing it to my kids. And they're like,
That's
"This game sucks, Dad." And mostly just because it's really hard. And I remember being a kid playing it the first time, and I didn't read the manual, so I didn't know you had to hold the B button and move the button over to change locations. I didn't even know what the heck he was talking about when he gave me coordinates. I didn't pay attention to any of that. It was the most frustrating game when I was a kid, and I grew to love it because then we started figuring it out, and then later on I had the old Google on my side, but yeah, I thought it was a cool game. I mean, considering when it was developed, I mean, I think it started developed like in 1987 or something crazy like that, right?
Yeah.
And like to think that we were going from Mario Sonic platformers to like this idea of a full motion video game that you could control. I can only imagine there were just so many question marks and so many things that the developers were like, what are we going to do? And I think you said it perfectly, where you're like, they're trying to shoehorn so much stuff into it that there was just a lot of, I mean, I think the game would benefit really greatly from a remake.
Yeah, because I think also the filming, like that production side and then the game development side, was done separately.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
like, so those teams didn't have a lot of communication with each other, and it was like the devs are just given all this footage, and they're like, make a game out of this,
Mm-hmm.
and then they're like, like going for the rail shooter. I mean, it makes sense, right? Like this fits right in with like Star Wars Arcade or Starblade or like the million of rail shooters that were out at the time. Like, it makes sense, right? And that's probably what they were going for when they were making the game.
Yeah.
But yeah, like a lot of the issues I have with the game are the fact it doesn't like really explain anything, and it's beyond the controls and the direction, but also like you'll get to a certain point and then like B-list Danny DeVito starts yelling at you about like a lousy run, and you're like,
Sir.
well, what did I do wrong?
Sarah, let's be real. That's like E-list. Like,
Hey, put some respect on Robert Costanzo's name, okay? The man was in Die Hard. The man was in Total Recall. The man actually replaces Danny DeVito's character in Hercules for Kingdom Hearts. Okay?
Oh no.
Yes.
I mean,
So
I
he
think
never left video games.
I think this is one of the games that if I were a developer, if I'm looking at it retrospectively, I'm going, these people wanted to put you in a stressed environment. They wanted to put you under stress, and they did a really good job with that for the time. I mean, you had the corny Apocalypse Now reference. You had the over-the-top, like, drill instructor guy, and he's yelling at you. I actually digitally was stalking David Underwood trying to find him, like, to see if, like, there was any way to, like, get a some sort of thing, but I cannot find the guy. He's got to be, I don't know, he's got to be in his 70s now, I think.
He's probably just hanging out somewhere.
He's just hanging out, living off the sewer shark, the residuals.
He's still in Solar City to this day.
He's still in Solar City.
So the intro, like when you start up this game, it's amazing. Oh my god! Like, it's all like dark and damp, and you meet Falco.
Falco,
not that Falco. No. It's Star Fox. Is this game connected to Star Fox? No. And she's like, that's my main man. The best guy to ever shoot the tubes. And I busted out laughing. So I'm like, what do you mean by shooting the tubes, ma'am? What do you mean by that? But yeah, then she does her little spiel and leaves. And then Ghost comes in, not the Call of Duty Ghost. Listen to Frack House, please. No, but like this guy who's just like real close to the camera, like here, just yelling at you, like ain't worth scrap and tube steak and all this stuff. And I cannot think they thought that this was going to be like. I don't think they intended for this to be funny. I really don't.
No, they clearly did not. Like this.
Yeah. But that's what makes it work in the ironic way. You know what I mean? Because, like Bill, like we've watched Neil Breen movies, right? Like what makes Neil Breen movies amazing, but what makes him amazing is he believes in what he's doing. True. And for something to be so bad it's amazing, there needs to be belief behind it. Because if you're aware of that and then you try to make it funny, it never works. Because it's like you're not a comedian. Like the comedy is in you failing, right? And Sewer Shark has that. And that's what, makes it so hilarious and amazing, right?
Yeah. I mean, as an 11-year-old kid playing this game. I didn't think it was funny. I thought it was like, oh, this is serious. When he makes the comment about like, oh, pretend it's a game, then it's kind of like, oh, chuckle, okay.
Dog meat.
Yeah, but yeah,
He had a slide with your name prepared.
I know. You've been thinking about this all week.
Well, one thing I always thought was kind of weird, and the Spoonie review brought it up, and that's like, why is it they're so obsessed with you shooting these rats in the sewers, right? Because they're gnawing on the wires, but like you can fire your Gatling gun in the whole thing, and nobody gives a shit.
Yeah.
Like, what's that? But it's like, it's a video game. Maybe we shouldn't think about it that hard. And like they reference those little weird rat things. There's also the bats, which they never talk about.
No.
And then you have like the weird like C-3PO clone. I don't know what you call that thing.
Catfish.
Legally distinct clone.
Yeah. Oh my God, what is that ugly thing sitting in the pilot seat?
I love that guy. It's probably one of my favorite voice.
Oh yeah, like I think they meant for him to be silly.
Yeah,
but it's like he's not the silliest thing in this whole game.
No.
But yeah, but then you start playing the game, and that's really where the issues come in. Like, oh, by the way, your ship is called the Whole Hog.
Yeah.
HAWG Hog. And yeah, like, so I guess the whole plot of the game is you're a sewer jockey. So you just like ride in your whole hog, just shooting rats to keep the sewers clean. Like, why do they need these big ass sewers? Like they're not dirty, they're not infested with stuff, but it's like this huge maze of doors and recharge stations. And it's like, what is the purpose of all of this? Like they're like, I would love sewer shark lore. Like, what the hell is going on here? But, needless to say, we're in this maze, we're shooting rats, right? And you're trying to figure your way around. And then he's like, 3, 9, or 6. And then you're trying to follow that. And then you do, and you still fucking die.
The death in this game is one of the greatest things ever. Because it just happens. And you're just like... Oh,
yeah. There's no build-up. There's no, like, reaction shot from Ghost.
You just die.
Or anything.
You just die.
Boom.
Credits.
It is so abrupt.
Casey, this was your Dark Souls, you're saying?
I think so. Yeah. I mean, and I'll admit, I'm not good at video games. I think I've said that before. This game.
Who really
took
is?
Me a while to beat. Yeah, this is definitely one of my Dark Souls games, and this is why I don't play Dark Souls.
See, I don't play Dark Souls because I suck at it, but
yeah.
I mean, I've managed in my Souls likes, before. But usually with those games, they give you all the tools to win.
Yeah.
That's kind of the big thing with difficulty is like, it's okay if a game is hard, if it gives you all the tools. Like, here's everything you need to know. Here's all the stuff you need to do. Now go do the thing. Now it's just up to your skill.
Yeah.
Right. And that's fine. Right. But that's kind of the issue with Sewer Shark. Like, I had to pull up the manual because I need to know, like, where are the controls? What am I doing? Like, what does all this stuff mean? And then when you do, it definitely makes it better.
Yeah.
But it doesn't fix the issues where it's like in the manual, I believe the recharge stations, they tell you to like hold the button like up or whatever when you get to the recharge stations. Don't do that.
Nope.
Because you said you have to
choose the
hold
right
B. You
path.
have to go the right path to go through the recharge to come out. But even the manual doesn't tell you that. And that's like the issue is that there's so much hidden stuff in this game, which I feel was intentional to increase the runtime.
Reviews of this game just for curiosity, and every single one of them brings that up as the biggest problem in this game.
Yeah, because if you know what you're doing, this game's like 45 minutes.
Yeah, it's
very short.
I will say, like, because this is like the first time I've legitimately really played this game, and when I got that death the first time, I literally just like put the controller down and I just walked away. I'm like, like I was so just like perplexed. I was like, I need a break. And I just walked off.
I feel like that's the standard reaction if you played this game in like a demo kiosk in like 1993.
Yeah. Well, because literally there's no warning. You just die. And I'm just like, what? Like
there's a few broken Genesis controller bits probably at one of my old houses. Maybe.
That's like a thing with Digital Pictures games. Like, the ways you fail are always so abrupt and they kind of throw you off. Like, I always think of like Ground Zero Texas is one that I always think of, because like I accidentally shot a civilian in the head and then the commander just like punched you in the face, and then you just game over. And I'm just like, oh, okay.
I think the worst one in this game, you guys probably know the one I'm talking about, is when you have that little cutscene break, and Ghost is like, I attached a new gun to the ship, and it doesn't change your shooting at all. By the way, it doesn't. Everything's the same. But then he's like, okay, 3, 2, 1, fire. And then most people will be like, oh shit, I'm supposed to fire. And then you get like a second to do it. Mm-hmm. And if you fail, game over.
Yep. Yeah.
Like that honestly is bullshit. Yeah. That was the most bullshit death in this game. I didn't have it because I knew it was coming. But for everybody else, if this was like back in the day and I had this, that would have been my breaking point.
That was another point where I said, I was like, nope. Gonna go play something else.
Yeah. So like the whole point of the game is you have to navigate in the directions Catfish wants you to, while at the same time making sure to take out enough of the rats, right? And then also, hitting the recharge stations. You pretty much have to hit them. Otherwise, eventually you'll be like, oh shit, I don't have any energy. What happened, right? Yeah. So you have to, but it in a way it's comparable to Dragon's Lair, where the game kind of has like this like set path and you kind of have to figure it out. Like it's the same setup, but Sewer Shark does have randomness to it. But that randomness comes from the directions they want you to go in. Kind of thing. But once you know how to do it, it's really not that bad. But there were multiple times where I was having a pretty good run, and then it was like, okay, hit left or whatever, and then I would go left, and my right turn was immediately after I came out of the thing. Yeah. I didn't hit it, and I was like, well, I guess I'm fucking dead now.
Yeah, and you have that like moment to think about it too. You're like, I blew the turn, here it comes. Which door is not going to open right? And you just have that like that immediate stress of dying. I feel like the game does such a good job of putting you under pressure. And it demands all of your attention. Like if you're chasing those stupid bats, which are like impossible to shoot, and I don't know why I used to be so much better at it when I was a kid, and now I'm like, why am I chasing this freaking thing around? It used to be so easy. And then I miss a turn, and then okay, well I'm gonna die. That's life in sewer. That's life in the sewers.
Yeah. One thing I'll bring up is because I noticed it right away and it kind of threw me out of the game in a way. Was if you pay attention to the full motion video background, like the way it's rendered, because it's very much just a looped video footage. It's very well looped, I will say.
It's not bad.
I'd love to see like making of behind the scenes footage of this game.
I was gonna say, because once you notice this, you kind of can't unsee it. It's like literally just a few like recurring looped segments. And like once you see it, you're like, oh, it's literally the same thing just over and over again. It kind of threw me out of it.
Because the first door that kills you, the one that like half opens or whatever, like basically they just pause the footage right there.
Yeah.
Because the full footage, you see it earlier, the whole thing opens up, Yeah.
Yeah.
But limited tech with what they had or whatever. But yeah, I would love to see them like actually like these sets that they built and then like how they filmed this stuff. Like would actually be really interesting to see, but I don't know if any of that footage is out there. If it is,
it's
I get hold of Tom Zito.
What's interesting to me is a bunch of these Digital Pictures games have been re-released on modern consoles. I think one review I watched.
Villains.
Yeah, Screaming Villains. Yeah.
One reviewer I saw to the point even was like, a bunch of these games have been released on modern consoles for whatever reason, just in this like very like just annoyed voice. Yeah. And then they commented, but Sewer Shark for whatever reason has not. Like it's one of the weird ones that just has been kind of ignored. And I
feel like they probably don't like it either. That might be the problem. I don't know, but because at least with like say Night Trap, you do have some wiggle room if you mess up. It's not a lot, but you got some. And I think the setup for Night Trap works a lot better, where they tell you like, oh, these guys are like trying to get into the house, use the cameras to find them. And it's like, okay. And then it's just kind of figuring out the pattern, basically.
See, Night Trap also has the benefit of it being kind of like infamous for supposedly creating the ESRB, even though it's literally just a bunch of guys in rubber suits waddling around. It is,
but it does deserve a percentage of the credit.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat had more.
Mortal Kombat's the majority. That gets at least 50%.
Even though once you realize every death results in like 12 rib cages and like 3 spines popping out of everybody.
Well, not in the first game. In the first game, I could see Again, with Mortal Kombat at the time, I totally get it. Like in 1992, nobody had really seen anything like this, and Mortal Kombat 1 keeps it all relatively realistic. So when you see that stuff, it is kind of shocking. They do get more silly later, and I feel like that's a response to all the controversy.
Probably.
They make it so over the top that everybody just stops giving a shit.
Yeah,
which is kind of what people think about it now. So
I'll always think of the Robert Lincoln
Howard
the
Lincoln.
Howard Lincoln, that infamous courtroom clip where he was like just destroying Tom Kalinske, and I'm sitting here going like, guys in rubber suits, people. Like, it's just the least.
Night Trap will never appear on a Nintendo system.
I wish I had my physical copy right now.
Switch.
I have it on the Switch as well.
I honestly bought it on the Switch just out of like spite, because I'm like,
same.
Because I mean, it just I always kind of felt bad for Tom Kalinske there, because he just got destroyed for like no reason.
But Tom wasn't there. It was some other lesser executive.
Was it a different guy?
Whatever.
Yeah.
It wasn't Kalinske. It was some other guy who you could tell was clearly struggling through the whole thing.
Yeah.
Poor guy. If they had Kalinske, it probably would have been better, because Kalinske would have held his composure.
True.
He could have hang. I cannot remember the name of the guy. Gaming historian. The whole thing, and it was like, it was this guy representing Sega. I knew it wasn't Kalinske. It was just some it looked like a 15-year-old they put in a suit. It was like, okay, defend Sega against the United States Congress.
Throw the intern in there.
Yeah, that's what it felt like. It's like, oh yeah, and here's Howard Lincoln, one of the most ruthless lawyers in history. Have fun.
After you get my morning coffee, I need you to go to the courtroom.
Get hosed by Howard Lincoln.
Oh, that poor guy.
Oh man.
Oh yeah.
But you know, the problem with the night traps and the double switches and stuff is, I feel like, and I'm really bad at these games, but I feel like I lose a lot of some of the clips that I really wanted to see by addressing what needs to be done in the game. Like the whole music video sequence in Double Switch, like you kind of miss that because you have to go deal with it. They shot that. They put work into, multiple takes, and you kind of just glaze over it, over it.
The only reason I think anybody knows about that clip is because of the AVGN with James famously going, "What kind of fucking game is this?"
I want? Yeah.
But with Night Trap, the infamous song in that, the game actually lets you sit there and listen to it.
Yeah.
The game gives you that break, because
that's the one that I wanted to get out of.
Yeah.
Oh, that song is a banger.
Yeah,
so good. I wish they would release like a studio quality version of that. I'd be like, please, just let me listen to it in like actual good quality.
I'm sure somebody can.
See, in Double Switch,
I'll have to look.
Double Switch, I never would get that far, because I still to this day have no idea how to fucking play Double Switch.
Double Switch is Night Trap done badly.
Yeah, because I can't figure out how to play it. I've never understood that.
Yeah, because that one is like, it goes way over the top with like the camera switching and messing with contraptions in the building and all that. Like Night Trap, like it's a little bit slower paced. It's kind of, it gives you some time to kind of figure it out and get into it, so that by the end, when it's getting a little more crazy, you're kind of prepared for it. Again, the game warms you up a little bit before it gets nuts. Double Switch does not. It fucking throws you in ass first, and you're like, Jesus Christ, like Corey Haim, get out of here.
Eddie's yelling at me again because I got what's her name killed.
Yeah. And I could kind of make the same argument with Sewer Shark, but at least like with Sewer Shark, it's a lot more simple. And once you it has less of a learning curve.
Once you learn how to hold B, you basically figured it out, and then you just
die. Well, but then you have to deal with like later in the game, like the enemies are actually trying to hurt you, and then like your hydrogen level. I can only imagine like playing that game, and then it's like, oh, that little bar is at red. I blew up. What the fuck happened? And they never tell you. They never explain the hydrogen thing ever. Until when it gets really high, and the ghost is like, "Hey, take care of your hydrogen level," and you're like, "What do I do?" And then it's like, "Oh, this button I haven't pushed." Sure, and then Catfish just shits out a hydrogen diffuser. As we all do, right?
Yeah, as we do.
You also have to watch your energy, or else if you run out of energy, then you can't shoot anymore. And I was always like, "Oh,
yeah."
So I did beat the game, but I think I did it just out of pure luck and spite, and just. It was my only game for a while too, so.
Yeah.
But
no,
I think when I played the 3DO version, it was like, oh, this is what this game is supposed to look like. Like this
Yeah,
is
it runs at a smooth
Yeah.
frame rate all of a sudden.
yeah, it was so much better.
And you get like the like MIDI tracks as opposed to the Genesis soundtrack, which I don't mind. It's kind of scratchy, but in a way that kind of fits the grungy theme of the game.
So
You know?
hot take. I think the Genesis track, when you're playing, is better than the 3DO track.
I kind of agree, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's just my love for that sound chip.
See,
Yeah.
I'm also not gonna lie. The full motion video on the 3DO is much better, but I kind of like when like they showcase like the footage, like the face shots, like on the CD because they're so shitty. That I'm like,
Yeah.
there's something about Sega CD full motion video that's so awful that I kind of love it. Like it's
Again,
like,
it's that like early '90s grungy kind of thing that weirdly fits, you know. And that's the thing, we haven't talked super in depth about all the other FMV stuff that happens. You know, where you have Ghost yelling at you from the back seat. Like Falco gets kidnapped because she gets too close to Solar City. I think I don't.
Yeah,
quite
she was
know.
in Sector 19. and
Sector
that-
19.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're not supposed to go to Sector 19.
yeah. And then I love that what Stenchler, like he has like this like blonde lady with him.
Yeah,
who's
Girl
like meant
Friday.
to-
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like meant to be like a bimbo, but like has all like the smart language, you
Yeah.
know. This is mutiny. And then the iconic moment. This is iconic when you catch Stenchler and he's like surfing with a big old hot dog in his hand and her like behind him. I'm like this is peak male performance right here.
see, this is why I was so bummed that AVGN like just glazes over this game because that shit like that, I'm like that would have been perfect for the
Like
review.
that's so good. I honestly I think like James Rolfe is not a great gamer either, and I imagine he couldn't get past like 20-30 minutes of it and just said, yeah, fuck this. I guarantee you that's what happened.
He thought of the joke shit shark and was like that.
Yeah, well,
That'll do
it's a Spinal Tap
yeah,
reference.
it's
Shit sandwich. Yeah. I mean, I would have made the same joke. So
I know.
It's easy. It's easy to shit on the game. I mean, it really is. But
I mean,
don't
it's
know.
in a sewer.
It's in the exactly.
I mean,
No pun
it's-
intended. But hell,
it's easy to.
No pun very intended.
Unfortunately, it's really easy to dump on all Digital Pictures games in a way. Even
Oh
though, like,
yeah. Again,
don't
there is
all deserve it.
there is one I will defend. But I'm not saying the one. I want you'll find out eventually.
Yeah.
But there is one I genuinely like.
See,
it's
It ain't Sewer Shark though. but I could admit having a little bit of a soft spot for it. Like, but again, it's all like the Stenchler Solar City stuff.
Yeah.
I think it's just like he just really brings his A game, and he's like, yeah, I'm gonna be like the cheesiest like Saturday morning cartoon villain I can
he's
be.
like the one person in this
and
that
it's so
actually was
good.
like he's like the one person in this that was actually like trying to be funny and like actually like was just fully committed. Like everyone else was just
He knew the assignment.
yeah.
But also he's like, you know, a famed character actor. You know, I've mentioned
Yeah.
some stuff. He's been in a bunch of stuff. You know, like he knows what he's doing.
yeah.
the Girl Friday owned the role pretty good too, and I felt like they played
Oh,
pretty well against off each other.
Yeah, I liked her. Whatever happened to her?
I don't know.
Like
I don't know what happened to any of them.
because like when I think like Digital Pictures stuff, it's always very hit or miss on the comedy because a lot of the comedy is unintentional. Because when you look at obviously like American Laser, that they fully were aware what they were doing there.
Oh yeah.
They know to drugs. Still my favorite one.
Jailbreak. Time for me to go.
But even like an unaffiliated one, like the Dallas Encounter, like that game is surprisingly, like we discovered, was surprisingly amazing, but also has some great humor. Like the guy,
Oh, yeah, but the acting in that is like a step up from all this
Yeah.
other stuff, though.
yeah, and then
But that's, you know, different production companies. And I think by Daedalus Encounter, it was a couple years after this. And I think companies were trying to get a better handle on like, oh no, we need like actually like decent acting and like, you know, to make that stuff a little bit more engaging. And Daedalus is one of the few that I think actually kind of works.
yeah,
But then there's also like, you know, the Gabriel Knight games that have a bit of FMV, and those are done really well. I have a soft spot for Phantasmagoria. Like I think they're better than they get credit for. I do.
I still have to play that.
Oh,
I have it.
oh boy.
oh,
Boy.
that second one is
Oh, huge soft spot for Puzzle of Flesh. Huge soft spot. Love that thing to death. But
I
then
always say like the X-Files game on PS1 is one of my favorites just because it's so ridiculous.
yeah, and then there's some other ones that are like fucking nuts. Like there's a game called Fox Hunt on like PS1 that is an absolute freak show. Like, what the hell is going on? I wish it was on 3DS so we could cover it, but unfortunately, because that game is
Do a special.
Do a 3D out.
3D.
I'd be fine with that.
Oh, that would be funny.
Where we just continue down this FMV rabbit hole.
Yeah.
But then there are like good one, like modern ones I really like as well. So.
Oh yeah, like Contradiction is still a great one.
Oh, Contradiction is a banger. Yeah, Casey, I don't know if you've ever heard of Contradiction, but it's also like
looking it up.
it's FMV, but it's like a murder mystery kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but like it's all the production quality is a lot better. The game is more tailor made for the FMV stuff. There is like humor in there, but like I just think the acting is much more well done. Again, it's like modern FMV games. Like these guys, they know what they're doing.
Like shape-shifting detective or like the Diavecchi games, kind of
a little similar-ish.
Okay.
To that, yeah. In fact, recently I played through a whole game called a Dead Reset. It was done by like the people who did like Late Shift and all the other stuff, and it's like this weird like horror game that like every time you die, you reset the entire timeline, but you remember everything.
Okay.
Yeah, it's interesting. I liked it. I feel they kind of lost the plot a little bit by the end of the game, but that's you know, I won't spoil anything because it's still fairly new, but it's done fairly well. But again, Sewer Shark it's fine. It's not a dumpster fire, but again, I'm not going to say it's like a hidden gem or anything like that. But you know, as far as Digital Pictures goes, it's better than Make My Video.
Yeah. The general consensus I saw from most people online, like, it's better than most people give it credit for, but it's still mediocre at best.
Yeah.
Which is, as you can say.
That's fair.
Yeah, but like comparing it to some of the other Digital Pictures games that didn't come on to 3DO, like Prize Fighter. I think Sewer Shark's better than Prize Fighter.
Yeah.
Prize Fighter kind of pisses me off.
The gameplay,
I had that one as a kid, and oh boy.
Supreme Warrior is kind of the same.
Supreme Warrior
type of gameplay.
I agree. As Slam City with Scottie Pippen.
Slam City.
See, these ones I think fumble the bag way harder than Sewer Shark. I think Sewer Shark's memorable because it at least executes what it's trying to. Like, it's set up to be like, yeah, it's a video game. It makes sense at the end of the day when you really look at it. But yeah, some of these others, they're just trying too hard. And it just pretty bad. Like, did Double Switch come to 3DO? I don't think it did.
No, it did not.
No. Yeah, it was on Saturn for some reason. Yeah. But yeah, Double Switch is as we said, it's a fucking nightmare.
That one's more known for the footage than the actual game itself.
I mean, well, it has Debbie Harry in it, so it has that going for it.
It does.
Can't go wrong. I'll say it has some other like notable actor like Corey Haim. It's got Arlie Ermey in it.
Yeah, one of his random cameos that he would do playing the same character.
He did a lot of weird roles if you really look at his like acting history. It was a lot of like army stuff, but then he would, slot into random shit like this. But I would like when he did the random shit, expand his range a little bit.
Yeah, no, for sure. I would have liked to see Ground Zero on 3DO. I would like to see better.
That one's on Steam.
That's right. It just got
Yeah, I've been meaning to buy it on Steam, but it just never goes on sale. I don't know if I can justify $15 for it.
Yeah. Interestingly, like, I didn't realize, but Sewer Shark actually was one of the best-selling Sega CD games, even before it was a pack-in.
Before it was pack-in, yeah.
I could believe it, because it was, again, all the Sega CD ads. It's one of the games that is heavily there, along with, like, Sonic CD, Night Trap, I think, like, Echo the Dolphin, even, like the Sega CD port of that. So,
it was very unique for what it was doing against all the other FMV games. So I had that going for it.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Fairly
I like
decent
it very much.
It got fairly decent reviews too when it initially came out. Honestly, even in hindsight, there isn't a ton of really bad reviews for it, other than there's most that just kind of give it an off.
Yeah. So I was trying to find a list of like the best-selling Sega CD games, and I cannot find one.
Yeah, it's.
I'm just seeing like, oh, this is like the best Sega CD games. Like, that's not what I'm asking. I want sales data. Nobody will give it to me. I mean, I can get like the Genesis list, you know.
Yeah.
I know the best-selling.
What
game
is the
was
best-selling
Sonic.
Genesis game?
Oh, Genesis. I know
Best-selling
Sega CD
Genesis
was.
game? Sonic 2?
Yeah. No.
Oh,
No.
That's number 2.
Not Sonic 2.
Sonic 2 was number 2.
Oh, that's number 2. Oh, got it. It's appropriate.
Oh, it's Sonic, the original.
Yeah, Sonic 1.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah. But yeah, best-selling Sega CD games, I'm pretty sure, yeah, number 1 is Sonic CD. That makes sense.
Sonic City, yeah. Mortal Kombat's up there, top 5.
Mortal Kombat, probably. And yeah, this game, probably Night Trap, because of all the
Night
infamy.
Trap, yeah. Well,
I
didn't they
think
pull
what
it off
else?
shelves at some point?
And they what?
Didn't they pull Night Trap off shelves at some point?
For a little bit, they did. Yeah,
Yeah.
they were ordered to take it off because it wasn't rated.
Right, and
Right.
they had to slap on the Sega rating system.
Yeah.
So I guess must play OK Stay Away. This one's hard.
I'm conflicted.
Yeah.
How about you go first, Casey? You like this
Okay,
one.
so I think in context of the 3DO, it's okay. I would say if it was Sega CD we're talking about, it would be a must play. But
That's fair.
because it's a port,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it's okay, and that's hard because I love this game.
No,
gonna
I would
say-
agree. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's an okay as well. It's a very mediocre okay, but it is worst games on the system. And this one,
Oh God, yes. Oh my God.
aside from being frustrated at times, this one is fairly fine. Like there's nothing really wrong with this game.
Like compared to some of the other rail shooters we've played on this one at least stands out. It has more personality to it, for sure. And yeah, and yeah, if this was the Sega CD experience, this is easily like one of the games you have to play on the Sega CD.
Yeah.
You know, because it's one of the defining games of that console and kind of like that era. So it's
Yeah.
definitely worth your time on that. And yeah, and it's weird on 3DO by like 94, the technology was better and it definitely looks and plays a lot better, but it already felt passe like 2 years later, like, which is nuts.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll give it an okay.
There
A
you go.
lowercase okay.
Yeah. So I guess to wrap it up, Casey, thanks for joining us again, man.
Oh, thank you all. I always learn so much when I'm with you guys, so it's always really cool, and I love talking about these things. So yeah,
Of
thank
course.
you so much.
We gotta have you
Thanks,
back
thanks.
for all the other digital pictures
Oh
shenanigans.
yeah,
yeah.
I'm down for digital pictures, and then the other one.
Yep.
Phil knows
And the
which
late.
one.
Yeah. Well, we're saving that because that's going to be a big one coming up.
Yeah.
But yeah. So, anyways, guys, once again, thank you for joining us on the 3DO experience. You can find 3DO on all the major podcasting platforms. Be sure that on the Superpod Network, superpodnetwork.com. Awesome site where you can find all sorts of different podcasts, videos, blogs, a whole bunch of operators over there. Check out Tommy's new show, Video Games Analyzed. It's
No, don't. No, I'm rescinding that recommendation.
why do you guys have beef?
No.
All of a sudden?
No, Tommy can get fucked, okay? I am against this AI revolution, okay?
I thought it was going to be because he's the Brett Favre of podcasters. He's retired so many goddamn.
No, I just like giving Tommy shit. It's funny.
I know. I still think he should start a podcast with Aaron and call it Superpod Saga. That would be really fun.
I mean, Aaron's been on all the Video Game Analyzed shows, and I'm like,
I
this sounds
know.
like like episode 1 of Super Pod Saga from like 4 years ago.
I know. I'm recommending it, and it's not even in the text scroll because I forgot to add it. That's great.
Yeah,
But,
listening to that show is honestly a pain in the ass, but that's another topic.
Well, anyways, guys, once again, thank you for joining us, and we will see you all later.
Bye-bye.
If you're not playing on a 3DO system, what are you playing with?